Okay, I don't look the best in the world. I got up early this morning. I gave her her morning bottle about 5. I gave her her last bottle last night at 9 at 10. She turned around and started to come back. No, she went back to her food. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, that is progress right there. That is absolutely. Do y'all see that? That is Katee. Katee is eating today. Katee has been off food. And that is not something that when people say they're off their food, that's because they go off their food because they're sick and they're like, they don't want to eat. Basically, like, I was talking with the vet, and those yogurt bottles are probably all that was keeping her alive. So she's anemic, and I can say this, that I've had 2 bouts with her with coccidius. I don't even say that right, but she's had treatments twice. The thing is, when they have it, I mean, you can treat them for it, but once they've had it, their intestines get messed up. It affects their intestines, and it sort of blocks anything that they do eat. It starts sort of blocks the nutrients from getting to the body that it needs. So when I was putting food in a bowl for her and she was acting all excited, I would notice it later that there would still be, like the next day, there would still be some food, not a lot, but there would still be some food in her bowl. And I'd have to dump it because by then it's blowed up, it's been overnight. It's gotten, how pellets like blow up fat from the moisture or whatever. And I just throw it across the fence for the chickens. And then when I really realized something was when I came out, and I always give her an evening bottle, and then I put feed down, and she usually would just, take her bottle like a maniac, and then she would start eating her food. And when Casey was with her, she would push Casey off the food, and he would have to have his own bowl of food. And then sometimes she would come over and eat on his food. Everything was good. And then all of a sudden, she went through it again. And I was like, dadgum. So I brought her from the side yard to the backyard. So she would get off that little patch of land there, that yard. I'm not even going to let her back in there. It'll be spring before anything can go back in that side yard. Because it takes about 6 months for anything that would have been in their poop or anything to wash down, get down on the ground, dissipate, however it goes away. So she's had access now to the whole backyard for a couple of weeks now. She comes up on the porch and she takes her morning bottle, and she was taking an evening bottle, but her weight was coming off of her really fast. And it got to where when I would pour food in her bowl, she would push it around with her nose, but she wasn't eating it. I would watch her. I would sit on the picnic table and watch her, and she wasn't eating it. She was just moving it around. So, but she comes every morning and every evening like this little, because she's starving, but she wasn't eating, so she's taking her bottle. So we probably sort of have come to an understanding that probably those yogurt bottles was what was keeping her alive. So now she's getting 3 a day. I've added one in the middle of the day. So she's getting a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I still put food down for her. This is the first day that she has stood at that bowl. Look at that. It's getting darker and it's harder for y'all to see. But that's her, that little blob of white right there. And that's her head in that feed bowl. So that is, she messes with something right there all the time. But anyway, this is a blessing, and it's dark now and you can't see anything, and I'm just talking and you can't see nothing. So I'm not giving her a big bottle. I just heard her. Look at her. Hey. Hello, ladybug. Hello, ladybug. Okay, in a minute I'll bring you out another one. So I thought, since it was fairly early, it was 5:30 when I gave her a bottle. And I think I'm going to come back out about 10 and give her just a couple of ounces of good, warm, okay. She's got medicine across her face because she tried to fight me when I gave her medicine earlier. But I think I'm going to give her a little bit more. A little bit more milk right before bed. It's a little yogurt bottle that's really, really warm. I put that old dog bed of Chia's out here so she was laying on it this morning when I come out. Well, I assume she was, because when I come out the door, I could hear her little foot, click, click, clicks, and they started somewhere about right here, and then she met me at the screen at the door right here. So I think she was laying on it, which is good, because I put it here because it's cooler in the evenings now, and her little butt is so skinny. Like little skinny, but I honestly think I don't know. I know God is working miracles with her. Hey guys, y'all need to go to bed. Anyway, I'm going to go in and I will see you guys later. Yes, Katie? But Daddy was telling me about 2 spots one time where he thought, it's her mama, I believe, where he thought he was going to lose her, where she got real anemic and went off food, and she was grown, and he said he really didn't think she was going to make it, but she pulled through. And so I don't know, being that's her mama, I know she'll go right back over to whatever that thing is over there. She lays on those bricks during the day, the pad around the pool. But at night, when it gets real dark, she'll come back here. She's having lunch. So she's had her meds for the day. I have to give her meds. I give her regular bottle in the morning. Her morning bottle. And then before I give her lunch bottle, I give her meds. She's eating, guys, again. So if anybody was to zoom in on her, and I'm not going to zoom in on her, she's got poopy residue on her little back knees. She's got a little bit of poop residue on her tail that's dried. You can see she's walking with her tail more out today. It's not up straight in the air like most goats. So hold on one second. Okay, I don't look the best in the world. I got up early this morning. I gave her morning bottle about 5. I gave her last bottle last night at 10. And then I got up early because it's cold right now, and she's lost so much weight. I can't put her in that goat house. What I was saying as far as Katie goes is that her butt, and so I've had several other comments say, all you people talk about is poop. And I'm thinking, well, you're kind of on a farm channel. It doesn't really matter almost whoever channels you go to and watch. We've got farms, and kind of poop is a big deal. It's one of the first things when an animal is sick. That's the first thing you notice. Sometimes before they're even showing like sick signs, like other things, like with their body, their poop is showing you that something's not right. It could be something as simple as you've changed their food. That's why with the goats, I don't change the goats' food unless I do it gradually. Like give them their feed, their normal feed, and then add a little bit of something else in it. And then just do that. And it may take a week or two before I change them completely to where they're only eating that new, whatever that new thing is I'm trying to, but I don't really do that often. But that is one of the, it can be something as simple as a change in diet to a sickness. So Katie's got this little residue still on her of dried, wet, or loose poop. But her butt is clean, which means, I feel like it means that if I was to walk around, I would start seeing pellets, which is like, you don't even know, unless you have goats, how wonderful it is when they're just pooping little pellets. And I feel like if she's not totally pellets, then she's getting to that place. But this is the middle of the day and she ate. She took her bottle, this is her lunch bottle, and she kept following me around while I was feeding the chicks and stuff. She kept following me around. So when I went into the barn, I went ahead and got a handful, just a big handful of feed, and dumped it in her bowl. And what y'all seen when I first sat down with her eating, that was about 5 minutes of her with her head in that bowl. Now, I can walk over there and see how much she actually ate of it, and she's back over here now. Lana, I told y'all she likes to lay on these bricks. But it's like, it's heaven to me to hear her, especially in the mornings, because, you know, you just feel like they go down, you know, animals sleep, a lot of animals sleep at night. They settle in for the night. And when she settles in for the night, and I know that she's sick, there's that worry that, is she going to be alive in the morning? It's not like I haven't had animals pass away, but Casey was the saddest thing. He was a little tail wagging and everything, although he wouldn't stand. But he seen me coming and hear me talking, and his little tail was wagging, even though he was in a laying position. And then to come up on the porch, you know, I don't remember how long, an hour later or whatever, and look over at him and think he's asleep, but he'd actually passed in his sleep. That just like, it like ripped my heart out. And I hadn't even had him that long. So Katee, I had to baby her and teach her to walk and teach her how to stand and give her the strength. You know, I built that sling for her so her belly would be hanging, but her feet would be in the air, so she would start feeling how it felt to have pressure on her legs and stuff. And to do all that, and then for her to get sick and get sick fast. And I don't think necessarily that she got sick really fast. I think that she got sick twice. And like I said in yesterday's video, it doesn't, when they get that sickness where you have to give them the cord, and it's coccidius, or however you say it. And I never say it right. I can spell it, but I can't say it. Like I said, with that when you're having to treat them for that, that means they've already got it. Which means, you know, they can get it from anything. I mean, a goat can get it from eating something that had chicken poop on it. Chickens get it from scratching and eating where poop has been, and then that parasite was there. I just think that this yard had been, was too small. And when she was sick, the yard was just small, and, you know, she was still grazing and stuff. So I think that she was and so she had it, and she was treated, and she got better, and then she was reinfested. So it was just, it did a number on her. And so then she started losing the weight fast, and to the point that was anemic. I haven't looked at her eyes in the last couple of days, but I wanted to go a full round with the red cell and the B12, and just get all of it back into her, the minerals and the vitamins and the meds back into her. And hopefully by this weekend, she'll be back up and going good. But she's really good. When I see her head in a bowl and actually eating, that is like because 2 days ago she wasn't eating. The bottles was all she was taking. And even then, some of those bottles wasn't even a lot. She wasn't sucking it down, and she's back to sucking them dry, like sucking and not wanting me to let go because she's still trying to get something out of that nipple. So I didn't get as much done today as I was planning. I got the trim painted, but I spent so much time down at Mom's this morning that my day is wasting away. And then I got back here and fed her, and I need to get my ladder. I think my ladder is still over at the camper. My step stool ladder is over at the camper where I was working, putting those shelves in. She's letting me know she's laid an egg, and she is very vocal. Where I put the ceiling fan up, I think that's when I actually had to take the ladder over there, and I hadn't gone to get it yet. So I need to go get it and bring it back to my room so I can take all the old trim down. Once that trim's down, I can start measuring and cutting. So y'all probably won't get that video until next Tuesday because we've got prom Saturday. We're supposed to paint at Jake's tomorrow. So I'm just going to get this video out for y'all for Saturday. And so hopefully by Tuesday, I will have a wall to show you in my bedroom. All right. So probably the next video I'll do will be me and Levi getting ready for prom. And I'll get that out to y'all like maybe Sunday morning. But after that, I will be working in that room. So it's also my turn to cook this Sunday, and it's Jill's birthday. Today is Jill's birthday. So I've got to find out from her. I didn't ask her what her favorite meal is. I've already bought the meal, so I'm not going to ask her. I'm just going to ask her what her favorite cake is. Because I've already bought groceries for the meal because I didn't even realize it was her birthday. So anyway, I'm going to go. I love you guys. God bless y'all, and we will see you at prom. Oh, at the Grammys. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.